Okay, good morning everybody. Mike Niemiec here with some early morning grain and oilseed comments for this August 8th of 2019. So we've been talking about, I think our two main things has been the fact that we've had this outside economic trade war type of talk going on that's been kind of keeping the market underneath some caps. But I still think that we've upheld ourselves pretty well as far as the corn and the soybeans have gone so far. And here we are up around 1 to 2 cents in the overnight trade, and wheat up around 2 in corn, 4 in beans, up around $1 in the soybean meal, and up around 20 points in the soybean oil. And the other side of the point is the fact that we don't know what the USDA is going to go and say on this Monday report. So as bad as maybe the economic news sounds like, we just don't know what the USDA is going to go and say, and I think people are trying to be a little bit cautious about that. So thus, we kind of uphold the market here in the short term. We're going to get our export sales coming on out, so on the flip side of it, we know we're not doing as good a demand that we need to be doing. The export sales are expected to be around 250 to 550 wheat, in the neighborhood of around 100 to 600,000 tons of corn, and then maybe in the neighborhood of around 0 to 400,000 tons of beans. So once again, that's on the flip side, on the negative side. On the positive side, now when you go and look at the weather we still have rains moving through the Midwest, but once again, the theory is still that they're below average rainfall. So once again, when you have a late crop, are we really going to get the yield that we need? We're not going to know that down the road, and or the temperatures are not all that abusive to go and still keep the top side of the marketplace on the defensive. I will say this, however, the 11 to 16 day that was ridging yesterday is now back to more normal. So once again, we got that flippancy going on as well. I'll also say, here's the most interesting thing I think that's really going on right now, and I'll say this real quick. We continue to cancel soybean oil registrations. We continue to see in the deliveries last night that we're out there delivering soybean meal, and we're out there had no soybean oil registrations. If we're going to go out there and not go and have the crush stay at the par that we have, that the oil that we need as far as usage goes is not going to be there, because we don't have the meal demand, and that's the reason why we're not out there crushing. So we're out there canceling oil, don't have oil deliveries, we're out there registering meal and or delivering meal, and I think that's probably the biggest thing right there as far as the meal oil trade goes. So we're trying to keep that in perspective along with what else is going on as far as the weather, USDA, and the trade talks. Other than that, I will still say that the trade is still not short the oil seeds and still not long the grains. I'll leave it at that. These are my opinions, not that of ADM or ADMIS. I thank you.